Morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Come on in. We are talking all things branding and today specifically about pricing. So if you're joining me live, let me know where you're joining me from. More importantly, let me know what questions you potentially have around this topic of pricing. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Faith James. I'm the CEO and founder of the Personal Branding Consultant digital global agency that focuses specifically on building brands and particularly your brand online. And we serve clients from Atlanta to Austria. And the thing I want you to focus on in terms of why branding, it's because when you build a brand, you attract. If you don't have a brand, you have to be pushing and getting, your marketing stuff out there and trying to hunt and stalk people. I like to say I help clients build their brand so they don't have to go to networking events and stalk people with their business cards, but rather you attract. Your essence, your energy of your brand attracts the ideal right people for you. So if that sounds good and you want some of that, come on in, say hi. I would love to address you by name. So today, let's just get real on this topic of pricing. I know for a lot of my clients, and especially for my platinum clients, the ones that I work in my high-end program, there's always this issue, this sort of resistance and fear to building out packages that you would say are high ticket. And it's oftentimes because people worry, well, what would so-and-so say if they saw that I was offering a 3-month package for $5,000? Or what would so-and-so think if they saw, I had a 3-day intensive for $10,000? So if that's you or you know anybody like that, sure, invite them into this session today. But I need you to hear me say what you charge for your brand, products, and services is nobody's business. Let me say that again. What you charge for your products, your services, it's nobody's business. So we have to get out of that fear of worrying about, well, what would so-and-so say or think? Because here's the truth. Nobody's opinion of you ever cut you a check. Somebody hashtag that. Nobody's opinion of you ever cut you a check. So why we give so much importance, so much deference, so much relevance, credence to what other people think is not the way to go. It's certainly not a CEO move. It's not a pro move. And so if you have ever worried about, what would so-and-so think? I need you to just woosah and decide along with everybody else here that from today, you will no longer worry. Who here knows of the brand LV? If I say LV, do you know what brand I'm referring to? If you do, just type it in the comments. Just the initials LV. Does anybody know? I see many people on. I don't see any comments, so don't be hesitant. This is your opportunity. We're in session to serve you. When I say the name LV, which is a brand, do you know the brand that I'm referring to? So LV is Louis Vuitton, a French luxury brand that manufactures a range of high-end goods in terms of shoes, bags, luggage, jewelry, you name it. Hey Lydia, thank you for sharing. Yeah, LV is Louis Vuitton. And I want you to understand that when Louis Vuitton are going about their business of pricing their accessories, let's take, for example, the Neverfull. How many of you ladies own a Neverfull or have at least seen, right? It's the big bag that's just pretty much a square and it has two little handles. The only thing on that bag that's leather is the piping on the handles. Everything else is canvas. So riddle me this. How is it that Louis Vuitton commands $1,000 plus for the Neverfull? Do you think Louis Vuitton sits and wonders like, I wonder what Coach is gonna think, or I wonder what Michael Kors is gonna think if we put our Neverfull at $1,000 because only this handle piece is leather? He does not care. Louis Vuitton stands in the truth of their own brand, and they move according to their own will and desire, not for the will of anybody else. So if you walk into their flagship store in France, or you walk into any of the stores in the US, there's only two things that are happening. You're browsing or you're purchasing. There's no finagling, there's no questioning. You're not saying, I need to talk to the manager. Why is this pulley $3,000? It's going into the bottom of the plane like every other suitcase. It's going to get tossed and banged and dinged like the rest of the luggage. So why is your pulley, a 22-inch or a 24-inch pulley Louis Vuitton, is $3,000? They care not. And I need you to take the same energy with that. So Lydia's saying, I just opened a cleaning service and got very put off when I give a charge for my service and they say it's too much. I want you, Lydia, and thank you for sharing that. I want you to say to them, compared to what? It's too much compared to what? Because right away they're making a comparison. And please know that not everybody with a credit card is going to be your client. It is okay, Lydia, that some people have their own opinions, right? We're living in a free country, glory to God. People can make their own decisions. So you can't control them. You can only control yourself and your business and your brand. And this is what I like to say to give you some confidence in that. If you know, Lydia, that your cleaning services are unlike any other, you know that when it comes to cleaning, deep cleaning is your middle name. When it comes to cleaning, you don't cut corners, you clean them. That you have a rigor in terms of your process, that you're not just sort of tossing dust around the place. You have a detailed strategy in terms of where you start in the house and then where you end. You have to be able to have a meeting. This is what I say to everybody, you're building a brand, you're the CEO of you. If you can have a meeting with God, and imagine he's this close to you, and he's asking you, Lydia, do you really know how to clean? Are you good at cleaning? Do you understand the difference between deep cleaning and light cleaning? Do you have an understanding of when a holiday clean needs to happen versus just a touch-up or a pickup? And as long as you can feel good within yourself, because this doesn't work if you're not steeped in integrity, as long as you know you can deliver the goods, that you have people who you have worked with from residential to corporate to hospitality, you have your brand receipts. Another thing I want you to internalize, when somebody says that, oh, that's too much, you say, you know what? It's interesting that you would say that because I actually have clients who pay me more. So you have to just stand in your authority. Again, knowing that you know your stuff, that your stuff is good, because this doesn't work if you don't have good quality products and services and you're just out there trying to hoodwink people. But I know we don't have any hoodwinkers here in Women Helping Women. So as long as you know your stuff, I just want you to see this as a sorting situation. You have a presentation, you go and you do, an inspection of the location. You say, this is what I do. This is what my service entails. This is a process and this is a price. So I'm going to give you some help on that. So the first thing that you need to have, everybody listening to me, and for those of you who are going to be watching the replay, type hashtag replay so I'll know you're watching it and I'll be around to answer any questions. You want to make sure that you have a high-end service that you have in your marketing materials, you have on your website, it's coming out of your mouth when you speak to people. Here's the plan. It's irrelevant if you've ever sold one. This is how you're going to build that authority and that, hold your shoulders back feeling in yourself. So I'll continue to use Lydia as the example. So Lydia, you have, I'm assuming, tell me how many different types of packages or services you offer. When you're making your sales presentation, you want to have 3 price points be a part of that discussion. So write that down. You want to have 3 different price points when you go in. So if you're going in and you say, okay, all right, your place is 2,100 square feet. There's 3 bedrooms, and an office and a den, and you also want to have the yard, picked up, or like the pool area, right? They give you the scope, and you're giving them now back what the price will be. You must present 3 options. So this is the strategy behind it. So, I spent 25 plus years working in corporate advertising, marketing, branding. I've done branding work for companies like IBM and Microsoft and Pepsi and Frito-Lay and Nestle and A.G. Edwards and Liberty Mutual. I could go on. Many, many, many years of working with tons of multinational brands. This is a process that's called anchoring and adjusting. It's a behavioral economics principle, but in the simplest term, all it means is you're going to give them 3 choices. One, like what was that story, Goldilocks, right, where she went into the bear's home and she was like, oh, this bed is too big and this one's too teeny, but this one's just right. They were doing behavioral economics principles since day one, right? That's basically what it is. You're going to present them with 3 pricing options. This is why I say you must have a high-end package, regardless if you've ever sold one or not. Irrelevant. So, Lydia, give me, what did you tell that person your pricing was? So while we wait for Lydia to share that, let's say you are a hairstylist and somebody comes in and they say, oh, I want to get a cut and a color, a blowout. And you say, okay, you know what your range is. But you can say, on the low end, I can, instead of doing the cut and the color and blow, I can just give you a cut and a color and then not do the blowout, and then it's this price, right? Or you can just do one pass through with the blowout and it's this price. However you put, whatever you put in there, that's a lower end price point. Then in the middle, it's color cut blowout. It's with aftercare treatment. It's got essential oil infused, scalp treatment that's going to help the color last longer. Watch me. Middle price point. And then the higher end is all of that, plus they get a blowout 4 times for the month, anytime they want. If they're going out and they just want to get a quick blowout, they can come in, and this is $1,000, let's just say. So the cut, color, basic stuff is going to be $150. In the middle, all of that plus this extra organic essential oil scalp thing to keep the color intact, $500. This concierge level on demand, you have me for 4 more times to do a blowout if as needed, $1,000. You're not concerned if she's going to buy that $1,000 service. What you're doing is you're showing her like, oh wow, this is what I could get for $1,000. That's really quite significant. This just doesn't seem like it's that I don't feel like I'm really getting that much, you end up selling the middle package. Just like if you were going to a retail store and you're looking at cameras. This camera has 150 megapixel. This one has 500. This one has, 2,000. And this camera is 10,000. This camera is 1,000. This one's 5,500. More often than not, you're anchoring them to say, look, yeah, you might think that this $5,000 camera is expensive, but when you anchor it and compare it against this one that's $10,000, now the $5,000 package camera doesn't seem that out of touch, because you have to bring the value. You have to be able to communicate to them, this is what you're going to be getting. Okay, so Lydia says move in and move out, or if they live in a service weekly, bi-monthly. So I want you to consider not just the frequency, but the type of cleaning. Because at the end of the day, so for example, my house cleaner, I have literally become like her marketing agency. She is that good. I didn't even care about the price after I saw her work the first time. When I tell you, she's moving the dining table, she's moving the chairs, she's holding onto the railing, and she's dusting. She even washed my wine glasses, and I didn't ask her for that, right? But it was so thorough, it was so detailed. So this, let's just say that's like the queen package, where we do this, we finish with organic, blah, 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 whatever, right? We leave you with a diffuser. I want you to break out of what the traditional mold is, because that's what people are looking for unique experiences. It's really important that you understand, particularly in somebody's home, that they want to feel really, really special. So if you say, here's the value, this is not just like any other cleaning service. Here is the value inherent in what we do. So I took a picture of her one Saturday when she was here, and I posted it in our neighborhood Facebook group. I'm telling you, I was like, hold please. Just by me posting that. And I said, if you want somebody who gives the attention to detail, and what did I do? Just a picture of the dining table moved out, the carpet lifted. You could tell it wasn't just somebody who's coming to like do a quick little thing and move out. She got so many clients from that. One gentleman who's a police officer has her cleaning every week. He didn't care about the price, because when he saw the attention to the details. So Lydia, focus more on the experience, focus more on what it is that you do. If you have organic products, that could be something you put in your higher end packaging, but you want to really put in 3 different options in front of them. Yesterday I was on a sales call with a prospective client, and I gave her the high end straight out the gate. I said, because this is what you need. If you were my mother, this is what I would recommend, because based on your time needs and what you have going on, this is what I would recommend. And then I said, but on the flip side, I have to be transparent and let you know that my Brand Accelerator online course is on AppSumo right now for $97 for the lifetime deal. I said, here's the difference. When you work with me one-on-one in my Platinum Brand Experience, I'm doing all of the branding work for you. I physically, the 25-year Fortune 500 brand influencer, I'm doing it for you. When you get the 97 course, it's self-study, and then you get support in a live Zoom session, every month. You get the Facebook group, you get the community. So both are good. It's just you have to determine what is more valuable to you based on your needs at the time. And she said, oh yeah, no, for sure, I absolutely need this higher end, because you see what I did? I showed her what she would be experiencing, and then I talked about the experience in the course, meaning it's self-study. So somebody who doesn't know how to do marketing, or somebody who doesn't know how to write copy, the idea of them trying to write their own copy, and she has a deadline because she has a publisher who's potentially looking to publish her book. So there's a time essence for her that she knows, no, I need to pay the money to get it done right. So that's what I want you to, yes, perfect. Lydia, you got it. even if somebody purchases it or not, you need to say it, because number one, that's going to give you more posture. Listen, do you want the whole house, Queen Victoria package? And I want you to call them packages. Again, that's how you sort of get that elevated posture in your brand. So don't let anybody tell you, oh, well, Happy Mary Cleaning Services down the road only charges $50 for a deep clean. Then you need to let her be walking out your door. Do not ever, this is so important, guys, listen to me on this. If you're going to reduce your price ever after you've presented the packages and what's in it. So let's just say you said, okay, the Queen Victoria package, where it's a whole house, deep clean, every, crevice in corner is cleaned, and that's $1,000. We bring in a crew of 4, we are doing inside and out, that's $1,000. If they say, you know what, I want the Queen Victoria service, but I can't pay $1,000. Can you do it for $750? Everybody listen to me very carefully. Sure, however, we're going to have to remove the outside work. You're not just taking money off the table and not taking back some of your time through services. Do you guys get that? Because if you just said, okay, sure, I'll do it for you for $750, then where was your pricing strategy in the first place? Like, you just made stuff up. You have to make it very, very clear that we have come to this number because we have looked at time, materials, and resources, and this is what it pans out to. So if your budget is only $750, we could get rid of the outside services, or we could not do your office, or we could keep the outside and we could not do one of the bedrooms and a bathroom. You have to give them choices. It is not incumbent upon you just to cut your price and make people happy. Your people for whom you are here to serve are out there. You just need to build your brand so that they can see you. Because do you think those people who saw that post from me were looking to spend, $100, plus a pop? No, but what they were looking for was that experience. Like, ooh, I want a house cleaner who's gonna get rid of cobwebs and my ceiling fans and wash your wine glasses. I had when I was living in another town, I had a house cleaner. Lydia, you'll appreciate this. I think she might have worked at the Hilton. I'm not really sure. But can I tell you that whenever she cleaned the toilet roll, she formed and fashioned a rose. So just imagine if this is the toilet roll here, she's fashioned a rose on top of it in every bathroom so that when you feel like you're in a hotel. Listen, we're paying her what she needs because we want to have that experience. So think about ways that you can add more unique value that explains and commands the worth, and be okay with not everybody being ready to take your offer. You want to work with people who value the work that you do. You're not just out there trying to compete a dime a dozen. That is a losing proposition. Okay? So you want to make sure you have that high ticket. So that high ticket and then a lower one. So in the middle is the one you really want to sell. You have to balance out for yourself, okay, what could I add in this high ticket one? So if I did say to her, yeah, we'll do all the ceiling fans, is that going to be really feasible for you to do? Do you have to spend any more money to get that? Or if you say, I'm going to do an extra hour of Zoom, let's say you're a coach. If that's easy enough for you, that doesn't take too much time, then the more value you put in your stuff, the more value you put in that high end and the middle, they're going to purchase that middle package, that middle service that you want, right? Who doesn't want to feel like they have a hairstylist on call to say, oh, listen, I've got booked on this TV show, I need to come in for a quick blowout. People want that special treatment. So think about ways that you can infuse that, put it in your high ticket items, and off you go. And then, as I said, the anchoring and the adjustment, that's the second one. So establish a high ticket, whatever it could be. Listen, I had a call, this was probably last year. He was the CIO of Merrill Lynch in Connecticut. all kinds of money. Talking about he wants a 4-seater plane now instead of his 2-seater, right? So when I was talking to him about helping him to build his brand so he stands out in the financial services wealth management place, we talked about a year-long program because as an executive, he needs to have his brand fully supported and served up every single day. And I didn't have a year-long package that I was even selling at the time, but I presented one to him, right? This is that high-end, white glove, I'm here for you, 1-year program, there it is. At the time I had a 9-month and a 6-month, so I presented those, and there are my 3. So you want to always have 3. Remember that, have somebody hashtag this, have 3 package pricing options. And then the really, really important thing, when you set your price, I need you to hold the line. I need you to just don't flinch. When you're saying, and I need you to practice this in the mirror, I want you to practice saying, sure, my Queen Anne package is $1,000 for each cleaning. We have a crew of 4, and we use only organic and essential oils throughout the entire property. The Jack and Jill package is $550. I need you to practice and rehearse that in the mirror. So you look at your face, because one of the things that they talk about in poker, you got to have a poker face. You got to have a poker face. You can't go, it's $1,000, but it's really, really, oh no, honey, you've just lost the negotiating power. You need to say the Queen Anne package is $1,000. It includes 2 different organic essential oils, and we use 1,800 count towels to brush the nickel. You need to just become like the actress. I'd like to thank the Academy. You just gave that performance, and you have to practice that to be able to do that, right? Without going, right? Now you're apologetic. Now you've lost footing. Now they've got you, where they want you, as opposed to you saying, hey, you're the one with the dirty house. I've got the goods and the skills. This is what it's going to cost you. You want the Queen Anne or you want the Jack and Jill? These are the prices. Oh, you can. Okay, fine. Then we won't use the organic and essential oils. So that'll take us down to about 800. Never give up your position and your authority from a pricing standpoint without taking away something from what you offered. You absolutely must do that every single time. So in recap, I want you guys to know that this is just a small tasting of what I do. I'm actually going to get off right now because in my Facebook group, the Savvy Branders Tribe, I'm getting ready to do Brand Therapy Thursday. That's going to be a full hour of training. So if you want more, come on over, join the tribe. You can just search for the Savvy Branders Tribe, where I've put a link in this group. Let's definitely connect on Instagram. And the Brand Accelerator online course and accountability program is at an insane price now over at AppSumo. If you guys know anything about AppSumo, AppSumo is a place where you get amazing lifetime deals. So this is lifetime. Basically, you're going to get me as your coach for life, because the thing that's so unique and different about this course, so the online course is self-paced. You do it as and when. There's no timing on that. But every single day, week, month in the Facebook group, which is the Brand Accelerator Lounge, we're in there doing monthly challenges. I'm teaching you how to write copy. I'm teaching you how to develop your presentation skills. I'm helping you to get on camera and feel really, really confident. And the one thing that I'm doing for anybody who enrolls is you will be booked on one of 2 televisions, or both, booked on 2 television shows that I'm partnered with as a bonus for signing. So take a look at that link. It takes you to AppSumo. It's $97. It's a no-brainer. It's a one-time fee. And I hope that served you guys well. My name is Faith James. You can find me at speakwithfaith.com. And I'm just wishing everybody a happy and blessed weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.